Hi, I am Kenesha Berry. I am a relationship life coach. The relationship I help my clients with is the one that they are having with themselves because I'm fully aware that we can't have a relationship with others that is more loving and supportive than the one that we're having with ourselves. Today is my first video for 2020, and what I want to do for the year 2020, I have so many goals that I want to accomplish, but I also want to help other people really get clear and accomplish their goals. So, today, what I want you to focus on is as you start 2020, I want you to start thinking about not what do you want to have and what do you want to accomplish this year, but I want you to start getting clear about who you are. Like who are you? What makes you you? What is that unique special thing about you? And have you gotten to a place in your life where you celebrate that? Like, are you madly in love with you? So for me this year is all about being authentically me. And so what I know is that I have certain challenges that some people would call them weaknesses. They're just challenges, and most importantly, they're a part of who I am, and now I'm okay with that. But learning to embrace that and still understanding that there are ways that I can show up in my strengths, in my gifts, in my talents, and accomplish every goal that I set for myself. And so one of those goals is doing more videos. And one way I've committed to doing that is because every week, last year was my goal to put out a newsletter. Well, what I know about myself is that I have great ideas, but I oftentimes have a hard time really communicating that in writing. I can do it, but it takes a really long time. As to where when I talk about something and speak about something, particularly things that I'm super passionate about, it just rolls off my tongue. So what I've decided this year is in being authentic, being me, and not feeling like I have to fit in the mold of what the world says. I am going to do a weekly newsletter through video. And so this is my first very thoughtful newsletter for the year of 2020. And so in doing that, I wanted to challenge you. Who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And then how can you in 2020 make them both work for you to help you to excel and accomplish all the visions and dreams you may have for yourself this year? See, I know in the beginning of the year, everybody starts with these new ideas about their resolutions and what they're going to do. But usually, somewhere around the end of January, perhaps February, things start fizzling out and life goes back to normal. I don't want that for you. If you want more, I want you to have more. And so, what I live by is a vision board, and I'll talk about and teach about vision boards later. But what I've learned with my vision boards is I set them up in a way that they become my more like they tell me what I should be doing with my time. So I'm not one of those people who teach the law of attraction from a perspective of I put it on the board, I look at the board, I wish for it every day, and then it's going to come to me. No, I believe you got to bust your butt and work hard to make those things come true. But I think and I know that the only way you're going to do that is if you begin to, one, get to know who you are. And one of the things I want you to really know about yourself in 2020 is I want to know what makes you uniquely you. But more importantly, I want you to know what makes you uniquely you. So I'm a Bible girl. Whether you watched me before, if this is your first time, I'm a Bible girl. And when I say I'm a Bible girl, that means that I read the Bible. I find it immediate, like I'm so emotionally in love with that book. I find it super smart, full of wisdom, full of guidance, and I believe it. And so there's a scripture that says, I knitted you together in your mother's womb. So that is God saying, I think in that particular scripture, he's talking to Jeremiah the prophet. But we have to know that that also applies to us, that you were knitted together in your mother's womb. And so I'm the curious type. And so I said to God, what did you knit us with? And I asked specifically in my own life, what did you knit me with? And through my research and my reading and my praying, what I believe God said to me is he knitted me together with gifts and talents. And so I think it's super important that you begin to understand what are your special gifts. Some people are calling those gifts your superpowers. I've taken other classes, particularly as a coach, to learn how to present what I do to the world. And when I look at those programs and they're asking about your superpower, what I know that superpower is your gift, it's your spiritual gift. So have you figured out for yourself, what is that thing that makes you unique? What makes you special? What is the gift that God knitted you with that you are to offer to the world? Because the moment you begin to really tap into that part of yourself, the moment you start realizing that who you are, it's not a mistake, it is not by happenstance, that you aren't strange or different, that you are unique and you're well designed for the journey and the passion and the purpose that you've been created for. The moment you discover that and you begin to live that out is when I know you're going to find like your joy, your peace, your happiness, and you're going to feel fulfilled in life. So please don't let 2020 go through and you don't understand what is your special gift. What is that thing that you do? And this is what I say about gifts, the difference between a gift and a talent. A gift is who you are. Your talent is what you do with that gift. So here's an example. My gift is I have the gift of encouragement. Like I naturally encourage people. It's before I started doing this work and before I understood these things about myself, I without even thinking about it, like I freely would encourage people. I did not know that this was a thing. I didn't know this was my magical superpower until I start doing this type of work and I start doing the research to see. But what I did here most of my life is, wow, you always make me feel better. You always encourage me. Wow, you have such a way to look at things. You make things better. And so I started learning that that is my gift. And as a Bible girl, a God girl, a church girl, I started learning early that that was my spiritual gift. But I didn't realize that this gift wasn't meant just for Sundays at church or Wednesday night at Bible study or just to like serve in the church. It is everything that I am. So you have a gift that is everything that you are. And when you begin to live from that place and you tap into that part of yourself, that is when I promise you, like everything will change for you. Because you don't have to doubt, you don't have to wonder, like, who am I? What am I meant for? What is my purpose? It's all contributed to your gift. So do the work. Find out what is your gift? What makes you uniquely you? And then your talent. Your talent is the thing that you use to share the gift with the world. Here's what I mean by that. So right now, I'm sharing with you this video. I'm speaking. And so I'm a speaker, a life coach, an author. Those are the things I've done. Those are the talents that I've used to encourage people. I encourage people in my coaching. I encourage you to become and be the best you that you can be. I encourage you to overcome those obstacles, those mental blocks. I encourage you to accomplish the goals and the visions you set before yourself. I do that through coaching. Coaching is the talent. I've written 2 books. In the books, what am I doing? I'm encouraging, I'm pushing, I'm giving you different perspective because now I'm using my talent, which I don't even think is my strongest talent, of writing, to use my gift to give to more people. That's how it works. So if you can begin to do the work and learn for yourself, what is your gift? And then what are your talents? And you begin to use these 2 things in 2020 to make a difference in other people's lives, because my gift is not for me. It's for everyone else. The talents that I use, the talents are for me. This is what I mean by that. So I have a program called Purpose, Passion, and Profits. And in that program, I teach people how to tap into their gifts, to understand their passions, and then to earn income. Now, everybody is different. Everybody doesn't want to start a business. That's okay. But even when for my children, they're younger, they're teenagers, my son is about to go to university, we are making sure he's tapping into his gifts and talents so that when he goes to earn income, that he's doing something that he loves, not just taking the job to provide, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I found that most of my clients are people who, and even I was there for years myself, who have gotten to a place in life where they are working these jobs that they hate, because anytime you're not using your gift, there's a lack of fulfillment. Our jobs many times will require our talents, but rarely will the job that you go to require your gift. And it's not that those jobs aren't out there. It's just that that part of you, the very essence of who you are, oftentimes they're not celebrated. It's not drawn out. Um, it's not the part of you that the guidance counselor at school when you're in high school asks you about. It's oftentimes it's the part of you that I've learned when I see it in children. It's the part of you that most people are trying to quiet. Because when I was little and I would encourage people and I would say things, people would say, "You're wise beyond your age. You don't know what you're talking about." They was trying to quiet the gift. When I see it in my children, when I see it in other people's children, particularly the gift of leadership, it's a gift. People that say you're bossy, you're nosy, you run your mouth too much. We often try to quiet the gift. So I want you to learn and tap into your gifts. And if you're a mom or dad who's watching this, I want you to begin to recognize your children's gifts so that you can nurture them very young in life so that they can grow up to really live a fulfilled life instead of just kind of making it through. And so this year for 2020, my hope for you is that you begin to live your authentic self. And part of that is tapping into your gifts and talents. I am Kenesha Berry. Check me out at berrythoughtfullife.com. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and let them know that I want to help you on this journey in 2020 to be all that you want to be. Talk to you soon.